Hey, hey. Welcome everybody to Miss Glow's Kitchen, where there's sugar, spice, and everything nice, where we slice, dice, and entice, using everything we can, from peppers to allspice. What's up, my people? Y'all know what time it is? See y'all in the kitchen. Spicy shrimp in a beer sauce is on our menu. Right here is what we need to make our dish, everybody. We need black pepper, Creole seasoning. I'm going to use Slap Your Mama Creole seasoning. You need some kind of salt. I'm going to use garlic parsley seasoned salt. It's sea salt in that. So, all right, minced garlic. You can use 4 garlic cloves if you want to. All right, lemon juice. Once again, you can use fresh lemon if you want to squeeze it. Whatever brand, whatever kind of hot sauce you want to use. Shake that up a little bit. All right, whatever kind of hot sauce you want to use. All right, here we go. Celery seed, rosemary, butter. Butter, you can use margarine. I just like to cook with butter, but you can't use margarine if that's all you have. Worcestershire sauce. Beer, we need 12 ounces of beer. This is a 16-ounce can. We only need 12 of it. Chicken stock, extra virgin olive oil, and I got cilantro for the garnish at the end of the dish. So, y'all know what I always say. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So, hey, let's get to it. And as far as it's gonna go, there's my bone on there. All right, now here's the first thing we want to do for our recipe. If you want to peel your shrimp off, you can. So these are cleaned already. So they cleaned, they already deveined. Just, I'm going to leave the shell on. So leave the shell on it. All right, so you're going to get plenty of flavor. You always do. Anytime you leave the shell on, you get plenty of flavor. All right, to that we want to add the Creole seasoning. So what we want to do with that, oh, that's not going to work. Wait a minute. Then we're going to add about a tablespoon of Creole seasoning. Then we're going to get this all mixed up. Now, what you want to do with the pepper, you're going to eyeball according to how much black pepper you like. We're going to use a Himalayan salt, but we're only going to use a little bit. See what I'm saying? All right, so now, get this mixed up. All right, so I'm going to add some oil to this pan. Right now, make sure it's on high because you want to get your pan hot. Put your rosemary in the pan. Now, the thing you want to put the rosemary and the garlic in there. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to saute this a little bit. We're going to bring out the flavor. So, as soon as you put that rosemary in there, you're going to notice something. You're going to get the best aroma in the world. It's just going to bloom. Now, I'll tell you something. If you plan on eating this and you plan on dipping your bread, then you don't want to put so much rosemary. I like a lot of rosemary, so that's what I use. But you can put a lot less than this and you'll still get the same result out of it. So if you're going to know you're going to dip your bread, then you don't put so much rosemary because you don't want to get pieces of rosemary on your bread like that. A couple pieces good, but you don't want to get 100 pieces on there, if you know what I'm saying. So you can use a lot less than I used right here for sure. Okay, so we just want to saute this. Now you want to watch your garlic right here because you want to make sure of one thing, that garlic does not burn. The dried herb, the rosemary right there, don't have to worry too much about it. But that garlic, that minced garlic we put in there, yes you do. If you burn that garlic, you have to start this part of the recipe over again. Alright, so I'm going to put our shrimp in there. Remember what I said early on, keep the shells on. Believe me, it's going to capture all of the flavors on that shrimp inside of that shell. So you'll be good to go with this. Now what you want to do is just turn it. Now we're going to get these pink. So we're going to make sure, turn it over really well. You want to coat it really well with the rosemary and the garlic. And we just want to get these shrimp to the point where they're pink. We don't want to cook them all the way right now because we're going to have to put them back in to the sauce later on after we make it. So right here, you just want to get both sides of them pink, but you do not have to make sure that the inside of it is done. It does not have to be right here. So we're basically going to leave this on anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes. So when it starts to turn pink on the outside, so we will not leave it in there long enough for the shrimp to cook all the way. Now remember, I say 3 and 5 minutes because these are jumbo shrimp. So these shrimp, they're bigger and thicker. So they will not cook as quickly as naturally smaller shrimp. So if you use smaller shrimp, then make sure that you're watching and that your cook time is lessened. You don't want to cook it all the way because then you'll have overcooked shrimp at the end. You don't want to do that. Alright, so at this point, you're just going to turn them all over. Any of them that you see looking gray on that side, you just want to turn those over. And just make sure they're pink. So once they are, then we're going to take these out. And we're going to start on the sauce. All right, sizzle, sizzle. One of my favorite sayings, sizzle, sizzle. Because this is sizzling loud. Yes. Okay, so now this is the 12 ounces of beer brought to a rolling boil. Keep this on high. And the reason why I'm telling you to keep it on high is because it needs to reduce by half. So make sure this reduces. You can tell. If you're not sure, you're not used to reducing something, then be careful stirring it. But watch the line on the side of the pan. So the top line is where it starts at. And then when it reduces some, you'll see that it'll go below that. So that's cool. Everything is cool. All right, so now once this reduces to half, then that's when you're going to add everything else. So you're going to add the chicken stock, the Worcestershire sauce, and you're going to add the hot sauce. And when you add that, you're going to cook it about 5 minutes until it thickens. So once again, it's going to thicken. It's going to reduce a little bit. So this one, you don't have to reduce this one a whole lot because we want to thicken this sauce up at the end. So let it reduce some. We're good. All right. So as soon as it thickens, about 5 minutes, then we're going to go on to the rest of it. But we're going to let this thicken and then I'll be back. So it's going to look like this. You're going to bring it to a boil. Of course, you're going to leave it on high. It's going to look a little thick. You run that spoon or that spatula through it, it's going to look a little thicker than it was. And that's what we're looking for. Just slightly thicker. Alright, so at this point it reduced already. I know I don't have you up close. What you want to do is you want to put these shrimp back in here. Whoa! Watch it because the sauce does turn red because of the hot sauce. Alright, so you want to make sure you get your shrimp down in that sauce. Now this is gonna cook anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes, but you're gonna watch your shrimp. The reason why you're gonna watch them, cause C means cooked, O means overcooked. You get an O shape, you overcooked your shrimp. You don't want to do that. So now it's okay if you put your heat on medium and let these cook through. Remember, we cooked them until they pink, but now they need to cook all the rest of the way through. So we want to make sure. These are ready. So now I'm gonna spoon these in the bowl, but the juices in the pan is getting poured in the bowl too. I just don't want to splash it, so I'm gonna take this out with a spoon and I'm gonna dig right into it. All right, so this is a spicy dish. Spicy, darling, yes. All right, here we go. So we don't like a lot of pepper because between the Creole seasoning and whatever kind of hot sauce you use, shh, baby. Let me tell y'all gotta watch it because you might get it too hot. You don't want to get it too hot. All right, now that's good enough for me. Now, all right. So for presentation purposes, darlings, I'm gonna wipe the bowl before I pour this juice in here. Might seem a little backwards, but not to me. All right, we're gonna pour our dipping juice right in here, right over the shrimp. Oh, this is what you're gonna use to dip your bread in, huh? If you will. Got it? All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Go, our little dipping sauce right in the front. So I'm gonna move this over, and that is wonderful. Now, all right, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. What I'm really doing here is I'm gonna cut up some cilantro for a garnish. I'm gonna cut up some cilantro on the top of it, and I don't want to put too much cilantro, so, and they're big pieces. So if you don't like cilantro, you can use parsley. If you don't like parsley, you can use hell, I don't know what you can use if you don't like parsley, because shoot, parsley got a nice little minty flavor there. I'm back. Check that out. I don't want to waste the juice out of it, but baby, I'm up to the tasting part. You heard? So, like I did tell you, this is spicy. It's spicy, so if you don't like the spice, then you're going to cut back a little bit. You're either going to eliminate the hot sauce, or either you're just going to do half of the Creole seasoning and half hot sauce like that. So, if you're one of those people that just really, really seriously don't like hot stuff. All right, so now, this is a good snack. You know what? You could use it for dinner, but you'd have to put like a starch and a veggie with it. So this is really designed so you can eat this and then you can just sop the juice up with the bread because the juice is just that damn good. So, okay, look at that. You look at that and see, look at that. The shell is peeling off. But even though, so I want you to see this too. I'm peeling it. But even though the shell is peeling off already, the flavor has gotten down into the shrimp. So check out the seasonings on the shrimp, which is what we're looking for. Look, I'm gonna put my little piece of cilantro on there. You can taste the spice, the beer. You can taste everything. So, I'm telling you, want a little snack, you on low carb, this is a good one too. Because you don't have to eat the juice to it. You just have to eat the meat. And the meat is seasoned off the juice. You don't want to, it's not overly seasoned. So, just take a look at that seasoning all over that shrimp. That's really good. Really good. It's spicy, but I love it because I love spice. So, yeah, it hurt cool my mouth. Y'all go make this. I'm telling you, it's a good snack. It tastes good. You will love it. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. As always, I appreciate you. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.